Yeah, this whole cult's got to go. We're into Walking Dead territory now. Set the whole town on fire. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to The Last of Us. We're now into episode 8, which is called When We Are in Need. And in need, our duo definitely are. We left off on the last episode, which was fantastic. We finally got some backstory on Ellie. We'd heard little bits and pieces, but we didn't really know kind of how she got to this place. And we'd heard the name Riley before, but we didn't really hear much else about the fact that she existed and that she was clearly someone who meant something to Ellie. But we saw through the last episode that was her best friend. It was her roommate at the academy and someone who she had a very special relationship with and was hoping to build a future with, but it was of course snatched away very violently, and it was a situation that was nobody's fault. Well, I shouldn't say that. They both shouldn't have been there, but I digress. Ellie felt very helpless in that situation, and it was something that she's carried with her until now, and then it goes into the present time where Joel and Ellie are holed up someplace, and Joel has been stabbed, and it's pretty bad. You know, he's lost blood. It's not clean. And what's more is that he's probably got some infection setting in as well. So Joel tried to send Ellie away, trying to protect her, trying to basically do the noble thing. But Ellie, thanks to what she's been through already, decided that she wasn't going to give up. That really isn't her nature. She always tends to go back, especially for the people that she cares about. So we left off the episode with her trying to sew Joel's wound together, which is exactly what he would need. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what Ellie's going to do and how we're going to go forward now, because as I said, Joel is still going to be a bit of a liability until he heals up some more. So I'm ready to jump into this episode. But before I do, if this is your first time in my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I do reactions to shows like this as well as many others like anime and movies and all kinds of good stuff. So if you're interested in watching me do that, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it very, very, very much if you gave some love to the like button as well. It just helps to keep this channel alive, and I appreciate it so much. You don't even know. And for those of you who've been here before, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. Join the family if you haven't already. And let's get into this episode right about now. Gotta say though, the cinematography for this show is top tier, despite all the sadness we're constantly faced with.
And a new earth.
That's just like any all day in Canada.
And God shall wipe away all tears from
She's
their
in
eyes.
It. He's like, I said wipe away tears. Why are you crying? You're ruining my sermon. I just don't trust men who wear those types of sweater jackets, you know? When we are in need, he shall provide. Look at that.
Do you remember what comes next?
She's like, I don't actually pay attention. I'm only here because my mom made me.
Do you know what that means?
She does not look like she likes this man.
When can we bury him?
Oh. Look at the mom's face. She should not have asked that question.
The ground is too cold to dig.
Is
We'll
it?
bury your father in the spring.
Oh, I guess technically he'll keep, but that was very sus the way he looked at that man. And I'm just thinking, I don't think Colorado ground gets so frozen you can't dig. Canada ground, yeah.
How much do we have left?
Of?
Venison.
Oh,
Maybe a week,
yikes.
2 at best.
That was a lot of people.
But I need to know you're with me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever keeps you from being kicked out into the cold. Sure. Amen and all that. I was going to say, put a hat on. It is freezing out there. I can tell. Look how red their faces are. Shee. How's it looking? It's looking great. Sure, everything's fine. Yeah, that's the best you can do. Give him a little bit here. Get some snow. What is that? Jerky? He can't chew jerky right now. No. Okay, yeah. If he wakes up and he's strong enough. I was scared. I thought she was going to like bird feed him that. And I was like, I really can't watch that, even though it's the sentiment's sweet. No regurgitating food, please. See, Joel, then a good thing you taught Ellie how to use a gun with a scope. Nothing but the sound of the snow crunching beneath your boots. Oh my gosh, Bella's face is so red. How cold was it when they had to shoot? I was going to say it was makeup, but that looks pretty authentic. See, this is where having a bow and arrow would be better, because shooting at a rabbit is going to, first of all, scare anything off in the next 10 feet. Ow. but also you risk wasting so much meat. Also trapping. Didn't Joel say he knew how to trap? That's what he should have taught Ellie, is to set some traps. It is a majestic deer. That would definitely be enough food for a while, but how are you going to get that back? Okay, look at her getting her position like Joel taught her. I don't want to see it though. Poor deer. You should have aimed for the head, Ellie. You should have aimed for the head. Because now it's just suffering and bleeding. The other thing they never think of when they're killing big game like this when you're by yourself is that that's a big carcass. Like a really big carcass. And a dead animal is very heavy to carry.
I don't see anybody. You think we can just take it?
You're going to.
Don't! Drop your rifles!
Look at her trying to deepen her voice. This is even funnier because I looked up that Bella Ramsey is only 5'1". Like, it's just like, she's just a tiny little thing, you know?
Any sudden moves, I put one right between your eyes. Ditto for Buddy Boy.
Buddy boy. She's so cute.
Okay, all I ask is 10 seconds of your time. I just want
I
to talk.
won't say it
This
twice.
is not the time for a sermon.
My name is David. This is my friend James.
You should have shot him.
You can't drag this back on your own.
Watch me.
We can trade you for some of the deer. We have, what do you need? We have boots.
Medicine? Like for infections. Anyone else shows up, I put one
Put
right
one right
between...
between my eyes.
That's right.
I mean, she needs the antibiotics bad.
It's not code, James. Do as I said.
I would have just put one in his butt just to make sure he knew that she was serious. I don't like this guy. He's already being patronizing to Ellie.
That's your dad's gun? You the one that's sick? That's why you're out here on your own?
Very smart of her to empty the guns. But she should have taken the bullets. I don't want to keep looking at it. God. This is so... No. I understand it's a necessity thing, but I still don't want to see it.
You know, you really shouldn't be out here all on your own.
Shut up.
So, what's your name?
Nunya.
There's room for you in our group, if you want.
No thanks.
I'm a decent man, just trying to take care of the people who rely on me.
Anyone who has to say that they're a decent person usually isn't.
Is this some weird cult thing?
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
you sort of kind of got me there. I am a preacher. Before that, I was a teacher.
Even worse.
Well, I found God after the apocalypse.
Why y'all is acting like God be lost for you to find?
And as we wandered, we picked up new people along the way until we ended up here.
Yeah, nope, still sounds culty.
I believe everything happens for a reason.
Excellent.
It does.
Ellie, that gun is way too low. You've completely lowered your guard.
So I sent 4 of our people to a nearby town to scavenge what they could. And only 3 of them came back.
Oh, no.
And the one that didn't was a father. He had a daughter just like you.
Oh.
And her
Oh.
dad was taken from her
Oh, no.
by this crazy man. And get this,
He was with a girl.
that crazy man was traveling with a little girl.
That's awkward.
James, lower the gun.
She is the one that killed Alec, isn't she?
She didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, but Alec was attacking, so let's not act like they were innocent.
Back away.
If I were Ellie, I would have still shot this guy. Not fatally, just in the leg or something.
You won't survive for long out there.
We're fine.
I can protect you.
Okay. And now she's going to lead them exactly back where she came from. This sucks. But honestly, those people weren't exactly talking. They didn't even try to talk to Joel or Ellie. But again, one could say that Ellie and Joel were on the defensive, so were they? I don't know. Oh, it looks terrible around. Maybe not in the wound. Can you find a vein?
Joe, where the fuck do I put this?
Arm. I don't think that's why you're supposed to do it, but I mean, it can't hurt at this point, right? It's gonna hit the bloodstream. I hope she took the air out of that too. She's scared. Snuggles. Back to the creepy cult town.
What is it?
Doesn't matter.
Venison.
he said shadily. Let's count all the people in the village, shall we? I feel like these people would definitely turn into cannibals. Once again, I say I'm so thankful that I don't eat meat anymore. Isn't there a more hygienic place to put that? Look at y'all smiling like you did nothing. Ellie shot that, not you.
We'll follow it to wherever they're hiding. And we'll bring that man to justice.
You should kill him. You should kill both of them.
Oh, okay. You next, sis. Wow, really? Just gonna let someone smack your kid? I mean, I agree, but still, someone isn't gonna slap my kid. Yeah, this whole cult's gotta go. We're into Walking Dead territory now. Set the whole town on fire.
But the truth is, Hannah, you will always have a father.
In heaven.
And you will show him respect when he's speaking.
Oh, ew. You. I thought you talked about God. Cult.
Thank you.
That looks absolutely disgusting.
Teach us to know by whom we're fed.
That
Bless us with Christ.
bowl is completely empty. This boy praying like he ain't eaten the whole bowl already. I get it. You was hungry. Yeah. Swallow it down. You're probably eating people. Just so you know. He's still alive, so that's already a great sign. And he doesn't look like he's getting any worse. See, that looks better. It's drying up. That's good. Still disgusting, but at least not oozing. Again, I don't know that you're supposed to be injecting it there, but let's just keep going with it. Pretty sure you have to put it in the bloodstream so it can circulate and help the antibodies, but okay. Ellie, why are you opening the garage? She heard the man say that their settlement is not far. She should be doing everything she can to be as quiet as possible. Oh, this poor horse is living off of snow. The birds are warning you that you're being dumb. Get back in the house. Or investigate. This is why I wish that Henry and Sam had survived outside of the obvious. Because if you had black friends, they would have warned you not to go towards the noise. You stay put and you stay quiet. Here they come.
We bring that girl back with us. She's just another mouth to feed.
If we leave her out here, she'll die.
Will she? She's tougher than all y'all. How are y'all so scared of this man? I could take him.
Joel,
Jeez.
Joel, wake up. Joel, wake the fuck up, Joel.
No, he's still sweaty. Yeah, he's not gonna be any use to you right now, hun. Oh, here he is, kinda.
But if anybody makes it down here, you fucking kill them. You got it? Joel. Joel, do not fall asleep.
He's like, sure, no guarantees. He's like, I don't even know if that was real. Or if I just hallucinated that. Dear God, please don't hurt this horse. I know y'all like to do that in The Walking Dead. Please don't do it. Please leave the horse alone, please.
Motherfuckers!
That's right.
Alive!
Please don't hurt the horse. The horse didn't do it. The horse is just a paid actor. Please. Not the horse, please. I hope you die. I hope you die. No, you deserve to die, because what did the horse do to you, you son of a... You gonna shoot her now, big man? Dickhead. You aimed it wrong. He was right there.
The rest of you, stay here, go door to door. You so hungry for vengeance? Deliver it.
I don't trust this creep, but he's got a valid point. Ellie didn't kill him. She would have, but she didn't. You couldn't have paid me my weight in gold to take this assignment. I would have been like, y'all want vengeance? Y'all go out there. But, you know, the Bible says vengeance is mine, as in God, not mine. So let him do it. Let me just chill over here and eat my 3-day-old deer, thanks. Come on, Joel. I know, boo. I know you don't have it in you, but you're going to have to get it. That's lots of warning, Joel. Lots of warning. I know, boo. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All Joel knows is pain. It's so unfair. Well, I mean, maybe this is a little bit of penance for all the people he killed. That's my man. That's my man. Don't you mess with Papa Pascal. This is the time when you need to ask yourself, sir, if this is worth dying for. It wasn't, was it? You could have gone home, eaten some 3-day-old deer and some horse meat, but nope. Now you're gonna die on this dirty floor. It's over for you. You were taken out by a man who was feverish and stabbed. Joel's like, I like to see the light go out in your eyes. Oh my goodness, I played way too much Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, bro, take a breather, then unfortunately you have to get up because they're going to come looking for this guy. He is such a badass. How you doing there, Ellie? You're probably going to be very sore. Being thrown from a horse is no joke.
Why am I in a cage?
Right?
Because I'm afraid of you.
You should be.
The others, they want me to kill you for all that's happened.
Am I supposed to thank you?
But I stopped them.
Fuck you.
That a girl.
You can't survive on your own. No one can. But I can help you. Let me protect you.
Ew, no.
I'm not on my own.
And what I'm offering you is a beginning.
It's not.
But if you can't find a way to trust me,
Nope. Creepy ass Dennis the Menace reject. Joel's gonna pick you all off one by one. It wasn't worth it. This is why the Lord saith, vengeance is mine. Why are all these men so unwashed?
oh shit.
That's not him. Ooh. Joel took out 3 of y'all now. 3. Hey, welcome back. You should have left well enough alone. The fact that Joel is absolutely working you and he is sick.
I don't know any girl.
You're lying. Jesus! You're lying. He's lost too much now.
You focus right here, or I'll pop your fucking kneecap off. Where?
Fight! The town! What town?
Yes, Joel's not got time here. He's still gonna kill you though.
You're gonna point to where we are and where your resort is. And it better be the exact same spot your buddy points to.
Look at you. Look at how creative you are. Bet you didn't know you could write with your mouth.
Swear. Go ask him, he'll tell you. I'm not lying.
He didn't care.
Jesus!
Oh, now you're calling for Jesus? Weren't you just out for vengeance 2 minutes ago?
I ain't telling you shit.
He doesn't need to.
Okay.
He believes the
I
other
believe
guy.
him.
No.
God damn, yeah. See, you stole the one thing Joel cares about now. He's lost too much. He has gone through too much. He has watched someone he loves slip away too many times. Y'all were gonna die regardless. You really, really messed with the wrong one. Nope, don't want your human stew. Yep, knew it. And y'all ate up, you little cult. She ain't eating it.
Please just tell me your name.
No.
If you want to judge me,
Judge you? You're eating people, you sick fuck!
And you have the nerve to use God's name. Okay.
there are only a few of us that know. But I would have told you. Sooner or later.
Okay, I'm gonna believe that.
But what was I supposed to do? Let them starve? These
Or give them the option. If you think if you're actually real, go tell them now.
Didn't he take another man's life to save yours?
He was defending himself.
Yeah, because he attacked.
And you know what I see when I look at you?
I don't care, truthfully.
Me.
Ooh, how dare you? How dare you?
Put that knife of yours in your hand, you'd stick me in a second.
Because you kidnapped me.
I've always had a violent heart.
Clearly, psycho.
But then the world ended and I was shown the truth.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
What does cordyceps do? Is it evil? No. It's fruitful. It multiplies. It feeds and protects its children. And it secures its future with violence if it must.
Okay, then go get bit. Leave me alone.
I'm a shepherd surrounded by sheep, and all I want is an equal.
She's 14.
They will just let him go. They do what I tell them to do.
No, they don't. If you hadn't stepped in when you did, they would have shot Ellie. Stop.
Think of what we could do together, as strong as we are.
Ellie wants to vomit on that hand.
Imagine the life we could give them.
What you planning, Ellie?
Imagine the life we could build.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Ow! Ow!
You little.
Oh, what happened to God and Jesus? Huh.
Let's see what I go tell the others now.
You're such a strong man.
Tell them that Ellie is a little girl who broke her fucking finger!
Oh, I love it. I love it. Good for you, Ellie, although I wouldn't have touched him. It's not worth it. Papa Joel's coming, Ellie. You hold on. He's coming. And he is going to absolutely destroy everybody in that town. And they deserve it. Just for eating people. It's not her. It's okay, Joel. It's not her. But I could just imagine the chill that would run down his spine seeing that. Because you know, Joel, he blames himself for getting stabbed and for being feverish. You know he does. And if he sees that table where they've been butchering people, there's Ellie's stuff. All right, Joel. It's time for Super Saiyan mode. It is time to make every last one of these people beg for mercy and show them none. Oh my God. Oh my God. Good girl. Wow, now we're kicking her in the stomach. Oh, and you're such a godly man, huh?
I'm infected! I'm infected.
Check my arm.
And now so are you.
Yeah, after all, you said that the cordyceps are doing the great things. Mm-hmm.
What did you say? Everything happens for a reason, right?
Exactly. Shouldn't you be happy?
No.
Don't be mad.
No, she would have turned by now. This isn't real.
That looks pretty fucking real to me.
Good girl. This badass duo. Hey, at least she didn't suffer. I would have made it a lot more painful. Why would you let him come to you? You could have easily stabbed him with that. And you know what's making him so angry right now is the fact that he brought her back. He knows that this is all his fault. But like he said, everything happens for a reason. And your little creepy cannibal cult needed to end. Oh, Joel took her back. I can't. He's so sweet.
How did you do it? What's the secret?
You're never going to find out.
Or are you just that fucking special?
Actually, I'm glad you nailed it.
You don't know how good I am!
Again, if you have to say it, it's not true.
So I'm gonna keep you. And I'm gonna teach you.
Not surprised.
Ellie?
Thinks he can break her. Oh, he's twisted. Please stay down. No, don't fall for it. Stay down. Why? Why would you scream? That's like anime 101. Do not yell before your attack. You just think you're so strong, don't you? Good girl. That's right. I don't blame her at all. That's right. Every last one you said. Yes, spatter that camera. That's right. You son of a... I know, girl. That's right. But your God didn't tell you that, did they? Because you're not talking to him. That's it. Look at this badass coming out. Smoke covered, blood stained, and she did that on her own.
No! Get off of me!
Oh my gosh, look at her. She's in an absolute panic state. Poor baby.
It's okay.
Let's just hug her and go. Yes, okay. Oh, this is making me tear up. Let's go. If you weren't so traumatized, I would kill everyone here. Joel's got you, boo. Joel's got you. Look at that imagery, so different than when we started out, right? With her walking behind him. Oh, ooh, the ending got to me. Ooh, shivers. Shiver in my timbers. Whew. Wow, guys, that was an insane episode. That was episode 8, When We Are in Need. Whew, man. Man, oh man, that was crazy. You know, it's interesting because I'd say these last 2 episodes were back to back about Ellie. First one about who she was, kind of how she came to this place, and this one really showing how strong and how smart and how capable she really is. Because if you remember at the end of episode 6, Ellie was saying to Joel when he was laying there freshly stabbed, you know, I can't do this without you. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do this. I need you. She was so panicked at the idea of being without Joel, thinking that she couldn't handle this. And in this episode, she had to do just that. She had to be her own rescue. She had to be her own hero. And this is so important for Ellie because it's been a theme for her through this entire series, that she has felt like so much of her life has been out of control, right? The first time we see Ellie, she's locked up by the fireflies. She can't go where she wants. She feels helpless. She doesn't understand why they're keeping her. And then she's handed off to Joel. And once again, she feels like she's not in control of her life. And, you know, a lot of people have been theorizing as to what her obsession is with having a gun and always, you know, having a knife and all these things. And some people are saying it's about her being ultra violent, but I don't think it's just that, because from what we saw in the flashback last episode, she wasn't the violent one, right? We found out it was Riley that used to be the one that picked fights and did all the physical stuff. It's about being in control. Ellie has not felt like her life has been in her control for a very long time. And it's sad, but there's a lot of people who believe that having a weapon is a way to be in control or to be less scared, because they think they've got power now with those things. And it's not to say that those things won't give you a modicum of protection, but the true power, the true strength comes from you, from the person. And Ellie needed to know that she was capable of doing that. And she didn't really know that, right? She's kind of had to rely on others up until this point to keep her alive, right? Because she'd never been out. We gotta remember, this is her first foray outside of a QZ since she was born, right? So she has no idea how the outside works. Yes, she got some lessons from Fedra. She's heard stories through Joel, but this last, I think, showtime, it's been going almost on a year now of them being outside, was her first real experience with the real horrors of the world as it is now, with between obviously the infected, but also wild animals and raiders and now creepy cannibal cults. Like, she's never had to deal with this before, so she's learning as she goes along. And she had Joel as that kind of that barometer, at least, of the world and what she needs to be wary of and what she doesn't. But she didn't have him in this episode. She had to figure out how to feed him, how to keep him warm, how to keep him hydrated. She had to do all that on her own. And like I said, snaps to her, because a lot of us in that position would have just crumpled up into the fetal position, right? And just been like, well, that's that, right? But she didn't let herself fall into fear. She didn't let the fear take over. She was clearly scared. The fact that she was cuddled up to him in the fetal position sleeping, I mean, outside of the fact that it would help keep them both warm, I'm sure, you know, that let you know how scared she really was. She didn't know before she got the antibiotics if he was going to be okay. And then she went out, she decided to go hunting, and she managed to get that deer. Good on her, those jerks taking credit. But anyway, again, when she realized that she could trade for medicine, that was very smart thinking on her part, right? Because otherwise, who knows if Joel would have fought through that infection. Like, chances are he would have. I think he was already on the mend, but it probably would have taken a lot longer if she hadn't gotten the medicine. So that was her quick thinking in order to save Joel's life. And she sacrificed a lot. She could have been like, no, let me take this deer and go. But she said, no, you know what? I'm going to save Joel because I know that his life is more important than me getting this meal, right? So anyway, the creepy cult, there's not much to say about them. They were a continuation of what happened in the last episode, a little bit of the actions have consequences storyline, right? Joel, he did defend himself, right? As an audience, we saw that those guys definitely tried to attack Joel. Well, I shouldn't say tried to, I'm assuming they did, because they came running up on Joel. So, but I think we can assume that it was violent, right? Because I think if they just wanted to talk to Joel, they would have just called out and been like, hey, like, let's talk. So anyway, point being, they attack Joel, and Joel is not the kind of guy who messes around, right? Like, he's seen too much. He's been through too much at this point to stop and ask questions. So yeah, he ended it. And we found out that this man had a family and he was part of this larger group. And of course, people saw both Joel and Ellie ride off. So they knew that he was around. They just didn't know how far he got. And I don't think they knew that he got stabbed either. But anyways, we see that this creepy cult leader decided that, they needed to bring him to justice. We find out that, yeah, this creepy cult's been there, and this cult leader is just obsessed with Ellie. He's just obsessed with him, or obsessed with her. And they let us see through his interaction with that girl, the daughter of the fallen man, that he's got a very creepy, like, again, he's just, you know what? We don't have to get into the details because honestly, it makes my skin crawl, but he's got the tick boxes of a cult leader. And he clearly likes to keep the women in check, right? The men too, but really he's one of those ones who wants to have the girls just nicely around and doing the way, groomed up in the way that he wants, which is just disgusting, but it's the truth. And when he saw Ellie, he just saw another victim, quite frankly. And everything that he said about how, she could help him run this place, like it was all grooming 101. It was very creepy. And yeah, he wasn't looking for an equal. He was looking for something to break. Men like him don't like to see people who are spirited. They like to break that spirit because it makes them feel powerful. And that's what he saw in Ellie, was a wild spirit that he wanted to break and to be able to show himself and convince the group that there was no one that he couldn't conquer, basically, that can maintain his grip. Because remember, I kept saying through the episode, like, this is a, $160 man tops, right? He's a $160, no real muscle that I can see. Like, I'm pretty sure most of the guys here could have taken him if they wanted to, but he knew how to get in here, right? That's how cult leaders work. They know how to get in here. And so, yeah, he wanted to maintain that control. And so having someone like Ellie, we all know that there was no way he was going to see her as an equal. So yeah, there was nothing right about that situation, but I think I love the way the writing had us do the whole loop of him continuously telling Ellie that everything happens, and him trying to weave his cult twisted look on, religion and belief and everything, the way he kind of used it to manipulate people, the way he was trying to use it to manipulate Ellie, and how he kept saying, everything happens for a purpose, even the cordyceps, how that all came around in the end but that's by your logic, then Ellie and Joel coming into your life and destroying the leaders of your twisted little cult. That was my design too, then, wasn't it? Right? That happened for a reason, right? Yeah, see, because men like him don't like to hear it when it comes back to them in a negative way, right? But anyways, he was a terrifying but a very realistic character. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, as I mentioned before, just a great episode for Ellie, showing Ellie dig deep, everything from how she broke his hand or broke his finger to just continuing to fight for her life. And then eventually in that final scene, that final scene was chilling, where she finally gets him, after he had the audacity to think that he could violate her in that way. And she just took out months of fear, anger, just disappointment, just so, like, that she, first of all, I'm glad they didn't show it, because I don't think there was much left of that man. Like, she made him spaghetti. Okay. What happened was purely so much more than what he had done to her. That was everything coming out. That was bottled up, like I said, fear, anger, frustration, just uncertainty. Like, she just needed to let a lot of things out, and that was kind of the catharsis she ended up taking, was by taking it out on him. That ending scene was so brilliantly done, both her and Pedro, where she's just in a daze, she's just purely running on adrenaline at this point, in fear, and she didn't even recognize Joel for a minute. She was just to the point where she was just going to keep fighting and scratching and clawing to protect herself, and thank God it was Joel. And then when she realized it was him, the tight hug and the whole body tension release of her realizing she's finally with someone she feels safe with again, right? Just beautifully done, beautifully done in that moment. And Joel just holding her and saying, I got you. I guess I can't not touch on Joel. He was very much in the tail end of this episode, but him having to pull it together, right? Like, we saw he was feverish, still not okay, still healing. But when she told him, someone's coming and I have to lead them away, that triggered that fear response deep in Joel's subconscious around another daughter figure is about to be endangered and I'm not going to be able to help them. And Joel said, no way. Sorry about that. Had to fix that lighting. The sun came out of nowhere. But yes, just seeing Joel be like, not again. Like, again, I keep throwing back to how the past of these two people really affects how they act now. And for Joel, we already know how much trauma he has around the death of Sarah. And again, just up until this point, how many people he's lost back to back to back to back. And the idea that he was going to lose Ellie, because once again, he was unable to do something to stop it. And one could even, extrapolate that he would have blamed himself because he's the one who killed that guy, not Ellie. He couldn't live with that. He could not live with that. So even though, let's be real, he truly should not have had the strength, he found it. He found the strength to take out, how many of those guys were left? 4, I think. That is the power of love, y'all. That is the power of love. Because he said, y'all not taking my baby. You're not doing it. I'm not. If I got to go there and crawl on hands and knees, I'm going there. The brutality that we saw come out when he was getting the information about where they took Ellie. Joel wasn't messing around. Yeah, Joel did what he needed to do. And, he wasn't quite fast enough to save Ellie in that particular regard. But as I said, I think it's very important for Ellie and even for Joel to see that she was able to be her own hero in that moment. Now, obviously, it would have been better if she never had to go through that horrific experience. But now both her and Joel know that she's very capable of doing what needs to be done if she needs to. And that's meaningful. That's a little bit of peace of mind for both of them. Anyway, great episode, fantastic episode as usual. Absolutely loved it. It was great. Whirlwind of emotions as usual. Acting performances out of the park as usual. Absolutely love this episode. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and otherwise we will see you in the next video.